We're at Emergency Services and Homeless Coalition of St. Johns County. My name's Debbie Redding, and I'm the Executive Director at the Homeless Coalition. And we started in 1998.
And what's the goal of this organization?
The goal of this organization is to bring in the most vulnerable homeless families and to provide safe and decent housing for them and work with them on becoming self-sufficient so they can move out into the community into permanent affordable housing.
And what's the identifiable marker that marks a family as being homeless?
Well, being homeless means that you're either living in a place that it's not meant for human habitation, or you're staying at an emergency shelter, like here it would be at St. Francis House or at Betty Griffin Center for domestic violence, or someone may be paying for a motel for you to stay in. Mm-hmm. So anyone that fits into those categories would be deemed homeless. Mm-hmm. And what we do here is families will call St. John's Care Connect and let them know about their housing crisis and what their needs are. Right. And then Care Connect will refer them to us. So for a family who's making $20,000, $30,000 a year, there isn't any place they can afford. Right. So they get trapped. Mm-hmm. So all of our homeless families are working, but they're working poor, and they can't afford an apartment. So they come here, and then we work with them to stabilize them, help them learn budgeting, because they have to learn how to manage their money, respect money, and then secure a job, and then be able to maintain that job for a long period of time so they can start to move up and make a little more money, right, which is what's going to help them finally be able to move into permanent housing. Right. A lot of times our families have to buddy up or take in a roommate so that they can actually afford to move from here to an apartment or to a rental home. Mm-hmm. All of our families sign up for Habitat because we love for their next move to be to a Habitat home. Right. And we've had 3 families actually graduate to a Habitat home. Wow. But we also sign them up through the Public Housing Authority in Jacksonville for Section 8. So that, because there's a 2-year wait list for Section 8, mm-hmm. The goal is once they come in here, let's try to get them enrolled and see if we can move them into a Section 8 property, because many of them will never be able to afford $1,600 a month. Right. Finding something that's affordable for the working poor, those that are earning, $12, $13, $14 an hour, mm-hmm. which I used to say earning $10, $8 or $10 an hour, mm-hmm. but now even those that are earning up to $15 an hour can't afford a place here in St. Johns County. So we have to do something different. Mm-hmm. And, here when we talk about affordable housing, there's a big disconnect. Because when we talk with the county about affordable housing, they're like, we're building some more affordable housing. We've got homes that are coming in at $200,000 a year. Mm-hmm. That's not affordable to, our clients. There has to be a path. Mm-hmm. We have to create that for people. It's the only way. If we don't do that, then nothing's ever going to change. Right. And that's what we're dealing with. But when you're a single mom and you have 5 little ones mm-hmm. to take care of, and you're struggling to work a full-time job, mm-hmm. Pay your car payment, pay your lights and water, mm-hmm. There's not much left over in the bank or in your spirit. When you're done with all of that. Mm-hmm. We're coming on the holidays. Our families don't have a lot of money to go buy Christmas presents, but of course they want a nice Christmas for their family. So we have some wonderful groups that come in and adopt, our children and mm-hmm. make sure that they do experience, mm-hmm. A wonderful, surprising, Christmas. Because everybody deserves that. Many churches are very supportive of the Homeless Coalition. Memorial Presbyterian Church, they adopted one of our houses. Their congregation raised over $25,000 to help us renovate a home. Wow. And that was a big deal. And so we moved a new family in there into a really nice, our homes are small. They're over 100 years old, but their safe and decent shelter, and that's really what we're promoting. Homeless people, homeless families are no different from anybody else, and yet there's a stigma to that.
Yes.
We partner with Habitat.
Okay. All right.
Melinda and Travis, they will come over here and they will educate our families on Habitat and the requirements to applying for and qualifying for a Habitat home. So we partner in that respect. But a lot of our families come from St. Francis House and Betty Griffin, so we're constantly having to work together to make sure that we're lining up people so they come in with a crisis and that they've got that second step to go to, which would be the Homeless Coalition. And then we work with them on moving out, whether it's to Habitat or to an apartment or into a Section 8 house in Jacksonville. We also on our campus work with and partner with Epic Behavioral Health Care. Because, you need a place for your sober living. And so we're able to help them in that respect. People coming out of detox need to have a safe place to go. They can't go back to their environment, right? They need to come to a new place. And a place where they're away from, all of those bad influences. So we help and provide them that. We also have been working with Mount Moriah Baptist Church. Pastor Britton there is an amazing man, and he's also a recovery specialist. So we've taken in 3 of the most chronic homeless veterans into one of our off-site houses because there's such a need for veteran housing for our homeless vets. And Pastor Britton's come on board to partner and open like a little mini recovery unit right there in the front of the house because there's a separate room that's on the street front. And so that way he can actually have recovery meetings and work with our veterans and also bring in the community. We're a small little organization. We have 4 employees, 23 homes, 4 employees. We're, trying to case manage and educate our families so that we can lift them up. But we're also trying to maintain 23 old homes. And that's a real challenge. And then bring in funds so that we can stay in business and operate. So that's a lot. So if it wasn't for our volunteers and our donors who come in to help us in this mission, we wouldn't exist.
My name is Betty Rare, and I do the bookkeeping, some case management. I help the vets. We have a new house that we're renting to veterans, and I help them when they first come in. And believe me, that keeps me busy.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for all your work.
Thank you.
We have some vacant property that goes down to the water.
Oh, wow.
And at some point, we would like to build multifamily housing down there so that we can increase the affordable housing here in St. John's
So this would be one of the homes.
Yeah, so this is a home that we are getting ready. It's a little 2-bedroom, which means the family's going to live here for up to 18 months while they get back on their feet and, have some sustainable income.
Wow. So you're going to renovate all this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what we're in the process
Lots of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. Totally renovating that bathroom. This little dining area.
And here's another little house behind this one.
Yeah, we're working on that one as well. Newer appliances. And then once we're done with the renovation work, we bring in all the furnishings, the linens and towels and dishes and everything that the family needs. So, like I said, we house the most vulnerable homeless families. They come to us with nothing. You can see the damage that these window AC units do.
Yes.
To our homes.
And they create mold and they do everything.
And they rot all this wood.
It's the water dripping.
Yes. So we have to regularly go in and replace wood. And of course replace the window AC unit. So what we're working on, and I can show you this in the house we're going to, is part of our renovation plan is to put central heat and air in these homes. And that will stop the continuous maintenance. And this house we were able to renovate, like I told you, Memorial Presbyterian helped with the pink cottage. This house, Trinity Parish downtown, helped us with this one, and Snodgrass Family Foundation helped us so that we could rewire this house. We could put in the central heat and air, and we also tented it for termites.
Oh, wow.
So this one's getting a little closer,
Yeah.
so you can kind of see the
Yeah, you
progress.
can see the bedroom here. Very nice, all painted. The new couches in the living room.
And so everything in the homes, of course, is donated.
Right.
So we're going to be moving this out, moving the TV in there. Bedroom for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one has a larger kitchen,
Right.
which is kind of nice.
Yes, great for a family. And say, well, I want to thank you for your work and for showing me around.
Well, it was a pleasure. And thank you for coming out and getting to know the neighborhood. We
Oh.
really appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jorge.